Today we have here a 2019 Nissan Titan truck, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a oil change and tire rotation, and I'm also going to be looking at the check engine light that is on the dashboard and why it's on the dashboard. As you can see right here, the battery does need to be replaced. It needs to be pushing out 760 ccas, but it's pushing out 401. And moving on, right here is going to be the engine filter. Definitely does need to be replaced, as well as the cabin filter, due to the fact that they are dirty. Now we're going to go ahead and test the brake fluid. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. So you just let it sit after you do the test strip. And as of right now, the test strip is good. So the fluid on here is good. Um, Sometimes, guys, certain vehicles, brake fluid does come out to be darker, even though it's supposed to be transparent. That's just how the makers make it. So this brake fluid is good to go. And since we are already right here, let's go ahead and take a look at the tires. I already did the measurements where I measured it out, where you got 8, 9, 8, and I went ahead and I did that all the way around. So let me go ahead and show you the rest of the tires. Here is the driver's rear, where we have 11, 9, 9. Moving on to the passenger rear, where we have 11, 8, 10. Finishing off with the passenger front tires, we have 5, 9, 11. Now when you see something like this, guys, that means that you definitely need to get in alignment. I've already spoken to the customer about this, and the reason for that is because whenever your car pulls, you will feel the need um, to try to counteract from the car drifting that way. So what's going to happen is the tire rotation that I'm about to perform definitely will help out, but also he will need to get in alignment. So then that also helps prolong the life of his tires. Now looking at the front passenger brake, this is 8 millimeters, but there is a little tiny gap, and 10 is too big. So this front one is going to be 9. Looking at the passenger rear brake pad, that is going to be 5 millimeters. At the driver's rear, that is also going to be at 5 millimeters. And lastly, finishing off with the driver's front brakes, that's going to be 9 millimeters. And the last service that I am going to recommend that he does is going to be a coolant flush, due to the fact that the reserve is below the minimum requirement, which then affects also your cooling system and also your AC as well. Let's go ahead and get started on the oil change. And while we wait for the oil to drain, we are going to finish off with the tire rotation. And what we're going to be doing is, because since this is a rear wheel vehicle, the rears are going to be crossed and the fronts are going to drop straight back. And the proper torque spec for these are going to be 100 foot-pounds. Star pattern for even distribution. Since the oil is done draining from the engine, next thing we're going to do is we're going to close this up, and then we are going to drain the oil from the filter. Hitting it with the anti-tamper sealant. Now, in order to get to the oil filter, you're going to have to remove this splash shield. It's going to be 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's going to be a 13 millimeter. And it's going to be right there. And there's a lot of oil up there, so once I connect this filter, it's not going to have any problem bonding and mating with the surface properly because it is already lubricated. Just want to make sure it's hand tight. Go ahead and wipe off all the oil. This does require 6.9 quarts of oil, but I'm just going to go ahead and put in a full 7. Went ahead and hooked up the scan tool to check to see why he had a code, and it is a P0456, which is an evap leak. It is a very small evap leak. I went ahead and explained to him why it is that it's happening and how to take care of it. Guys, the best way to avoid some of these things are when you pump gas, as soon as it clicks, do not click, click, click more trying to get more gas out of it, because you have a little desiccant bag in there. And that desiccant bag is only meant to absorb the smell of gasoline and or diesel, right? So whenever you click, click, click to try to get more gasoline in there, then the gasoline overflows into that desiccant bag. And over time, that desiccant bag will go bad, and that will require you to have to replace that um, entire system that's down there that's providing for that. All right, guys. If you guys enjoyed this content, go ahead and like, follow, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next car repair.